Hi everyone, welcome back to Creatively Crafted Life. This is Melanie and welcome to my craft room. Today I am just prefacing this video before we kick it off with just a little discussion about how things snowball. So have you ever had a circumstance where you started with one thing and it led to something else and it led to something else, and the next thing you know it's this massive project? Well, that's what happened with my craft room. Ironically, it didn't even start out as being in my craft room. It was actually about a problem I had in my dining room. So in my dining room, I have a cart, and it kind of houses my office paraphernalia that I don't keep in my craft room because I don't have enough room. So the cart has worked well for me in this capacity. It actually was a cart I used to have in my craft room, and when I moved here, it just didn't work. And so I love the cart. I didn't want to get rid of it because I didn't know if maybe I could make it work at some point later on down the road. So I thought, well, you know what, I'll hold on to it and repurpose it for something else, which is what I did. But it does make the dining room look a little junky, and it kind of has been bothering me for quite a while now, and so I wanted something enclosed so that I didn't see that in the dining room. So one thing led to the other, and I was like, well, what can I replace it with? Well, I have a wardrobe, or a hutch, or whatever you want to call it. I guess it's more a wardrobe in my craft room. Maybe I can move that out there and reconfigure stuff in my craft room to make it work. Well, yeah, the reconfiguring, and the next thing you know, I've got a whole different layout, a different desk, more shelving. Anyways, the videos will show how this all plays out. But yeah, I just wanted to let you know that sometimes things happen. This became a much bigger project than it needed to be, and it was a little overwhelming. So also, just as a preface, I'm going to walk you through how I reconfigured my room. The room is not perfect. It's basically, well, I mean, come on, let's be real. When is it ever going to be perfect? But it's not done, let's put it that way. It's done enough so that now I can get back to crafting, and then I'm going to revisit everything periodically, like I did last year, and just go through and tweak my existing systems, or if I need to change them up a little bit, do that as well. So that is the story. So let me start the footage and we'll see you on the other side. So I have this cart here. It's a repurposed cart from my craft room. It used to be my paper storage, and I just outgrew it. But I really love the cart, so I thought, well, you know what? I'm going to switch up my paper storage. I'm going to keep the cart in case I want to go back and decide from there. Well, it's been 8 years and I haven't gone back, so it's time to fix the situation. Basically, what I came up with was enclosed storage, so some sort of cabinet of some sort. And then I was thinking, what would work? And what I thought would work is in my craft room. So if you've seen any of my craft room tours or organization videos before, you will have seen this particular wardrobe, I guess is what it's called. I had originally bought this way back to use in my bedroom, and then it subsequently got repurposed in the kitchen in my house, and then it moved into the craft room, and now I think it's going to go back out into the dining room. So it's got 3 drawers and 2 doors, and inside the 2 doors it does have 2 shelves. Okay, you can see it's chock full of stuff, so obviously I will have to find a place for that, hence the domino effect. So what I'm planning on doing is moving this over to where the cart is. I think that will fit. If not, I have a bookshelf I can swap places with and move it around. So that is the plan, to hide all that stuff in the dining room in here. So now picture this. This is empty, and I clearly need to use every space in my craft room that I have. And I've always complained about not having enough surface areas, like counter space type stuff. So I was thinking, what happens if I move one of my Billy bookshelves over? So now excuse the mess, because I still haven't recovered from December Daily. And now that I'm going to do this, it's going to be a whole other mess. So I'm thinking of moving this shelf here, probably, over to where this wardrobe is. Okay. So what does that mean? Well, that opens up, at least 30 some odd inches. Not enough for a big shelf, but and I'm going to switch over here, but if I remove this calyx unit or add a second one, that would fit. Then it got me thinking, okay, so what else don't you like about your craft room? So right now I am not liking that all my 12 by 12 paper or cardstock is at the bottom, and I did that deliberately because it's heavy, but it is kind of a pain to reach down and sort through, so I would like to move that up. I'm going to pan over and show you my desk. It's a disaster, I know, but I have too many things on the desk. I mean, obviously I've got the mess, but like I have too many containers. And I had previously had some, what do you call it, Lazy Susans with containers on it, and I liked it, but I didn't like it, so I tried this. I don't like this either. So the plan is, how do I clean this up? So that led to thinking about how do I want my desk and how do I want to reconfigure it, which in turn led to the placement of the desk. Right now, you'll see my back is to the windows, and when I want to do face-to-face videos with you, I get backlit, so that's not so good. So I want to reorient my desk, which would go this way instead of this way, which means my back would be against this wall, but I really like having these units behind me. So you get the idea, right? Domino effect. One thing leads to another, which leads to another, and the next thing you know, you're doing a complete craft room redo. So that is where I am kicking this series off, and I'm going to bring you along. Hopefully you'll enjoy, and until next time, happy organizing, happy crafting, and I'll show you where I'm at shortly. Bye everyone.